So a few weeks ago, I got a comment from Nikita, and she said, can you please make a video on a food tracker and a meal planner on Google Spreadsheets? And I love the idea, so that's what I'm gonna do. We usually talk about projects, work, and other life areas, but this area of your life is super important, so it has to be mastered as well. Cooking, cleaning, thinking of what to eat in the first place, buying the groceries. All of this stuff takes so much time in our day, especially eating healthy and not spending heaps of money and time doing so. I'm going to show you exactly how I use OneNote and Google Sheets, as well as a little bit of Evernote, to plan my meals for the week. So you can have an organized digital system which will save you time, money, and energy. Thank you, Nikita, for the suggestion. So a few hours before I grocery shop, I prepare for it, which is all the meal planning and grocery lists and all that. First thing I do is I open up my Evernote and I go to the kitchen, go through my cabinets, especially my fridge, my freezer, and see what things do I have that are about to expire or need to be used up really soon. I write those down, and we want to ideally meal plan around those, or recipes that have those foods in them. Now there's many ways you can find recipes. The first thing is going to Google and searching for something in specific. You can add them to a Google Sheet. The second way is recipe books. I have 2, and basically how I find recipes for these is I created these super simple bookmarks, and each bookmark has a meal on it. So I have 3 breakfast bookmarks, 3 lunch bookmarks, and 3 dinner bookmarks, as well as a few snack and dessert bookmarks. And what I do is either I go through it, or I let my partner go through both of the books and use the bookmarks to pick out the recipes for next week. Ideally, it's usually a mix of, what things are gonna expire soon that the recipes have, and also a few, I want to try this out because it genuinely looks something I would love, right? And it's pretty much as simple as that. The third way is basically to go on websites that have these recipe directories where you write down the ingredients that you want to use up, and it'll give you a list of recipes that have those ingredients in them, as well as a few others. And that can give you many ideas of how you can use your ingredients. And this is the website I use, and I love it. It's great. You get so many super simple recipes. Alright, so when you've collected all of your recipes from either books or online, now I'm just going to show you what my digital planning and organizing system is for this. Alright, so I'm quickly going to show you how I use my Google Sheets to create a meal planner as well as a recipe directory. So on this page here, which is called the recipe directory, this is where I link all of the recipes that I find online. And they're categorized by breakfasts, mains, because sometimes I like to have so-called dinner food during lunchtime, or it doesn't really matter. And snacks and desserts and things like that are on this side. And they're just quick names and links. And on this page, I have a weekly meal schedule. So this is where the whole plan is for the week ahead. So for example, on Monday, we have for breakfast smoked salmon bagels, and since I know how to do this by heart, I don't require a recipe for this, so I just don't have a recipe linked anywhere because I can easily and quickly make it. Next, for example, lunch, we have a feta summer salad, and I made this using the Plant Jammer app. So I previously mentioned supercook.com, the website where you can put in ingredients that you have and it'll show you recipes. Well, Plant Jammer is this amazing app that I've been using for a while now because it's just mainly vegetarian, pescatarian, and vegan. And the app literally creates recipes for you, whereas Supercook just has recipes there. It's just a recipe directory. So that's the difference between the two. Next thing for dinner, salmon sushi bowl. Now this is something I've only made once, but I would like to try an alternative recipe. So that's why I have a link down here, and then like snacks here. If you have something easy, straightforward that you know how to do by heart, there's no need to add a link. However, if I'm scheduling in, for example, a recipe from one of my recipe books, I just say like, I just write the short name of it and then what page it's on. For Saturday, for example, if I'm planning to eat out, planning to go on a date, I just put eating out, so I don't need to worry about that. But yes, this is a very easy way to use this spreadsheet. Now, I will have a template linked in the description box for free. You can use this to kickstart your meal planning and just make it a lot easier for you. Definitely get it for yourself. I think it's very useful. You don't have to go to the kitchen anymore and think of what I should eat. You just have this spreadsheet, just whip it out. You know exactly what to do. So yeah, now I also like to show you how I use OneNote. I've had this sheet for a long time. This helps me to not forget anything extra that I would like to have in my cupboard or pantry or freezer or anything like that. So yes, this is basically a groceries cheat sheet or kitchen directory, kitchen inventory type sheet. So it's all categorized by different areas like frozen foods, fresh produce, dairy, pantry, condiments, nuts, seeds, spices, and canned food. So of course I don't have everything here because I don't eat everything that exists in the grocery store. These are kind of just things that I would like to have in the pantry almost always. Not completely everything, but you know, most things. But yes, that's pretty much it. That's how I use it. Now, when you've got everything planned, it's time to write the grocery list. So basically, I open up my Evernote and I add a new note and I go through every single one and I write down the ingredients that are needed. It doesn't matter if I have those ingredients or not, don't worry about that right now. All you have to do is write them down and make sure that when, for example, the recipe has 1 serving, make it triple that amount. For example, I live with my partner, so there's only 2 of us that need to be fed. And for example, this book here only has, it basically only accounts for 1 serving. So what I do is I 4 times that. So instead of 1 serving, I multiply the ingredient amounts by 4. Make sure the ingredients are together, they're not separate. So for example, if one recipe wants you to have 400 grams of chicken thighs and the other one wants 600 grams of chicken thighs, don't put it separately, put it as 1 kg of chicken thighs. It'll just make it easier for you to grocery shop. And then when I have everything written down, all of the ingredients that I would need, I go through my kitchen and see, do I have something already that I don't need to buy? But sometimes I do, but I don't have enough. These apps are amazing for meal planning. However, they are also great for managing your general to-dos as a digital planner. I have a playlist all about planning in OneNote, as well as a video about how to create a habit tracker using Google Sheets. They're on the screen as well as down in the description box. Now, if this video inspired you or helped you to get your meal planning sorted, give it a like and subscribe to this channel for more content about digital planning and personal productivity. And I will see you next time. Ciao!